This is a short video about properties of ionic compounds. Ionic compounds. Now, first of all, let me tell you the physical nature. So, ionic compounds are solid and are somewhat hard because of the strong force of attraction between the positive and the negative ions. Yes, ionic compounds are made up of positive ions and negative ions. For example, sodium sulfate. Sodium is positive, sulfate is negative. It's okay. Therefore, there is a force of attraction. There is a great force of attraction between the positive and the negative ions here. Therefore, they are solid. Okay, and hard also. So these compounds are generally brittle. Okay, and break into pieces when pressure is applied. So they are brittle. They can be broken into small pieces whenever pressure is applied to it. So they are brittle. It's okay. So this is the physical property of ionic compound. Second, melting and boiling point. So ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points. Okay, they have high melting point and boiling point because the strong force of attraction between the positive and the negative ions need a strong need much energy to break up. So this is because a considerable amount of energy is required to break the strong inter-ionic attraction it is here. Ionic compounds are made up of these positive ions and negative ions. Therefore, to break that strong bond in between, a lot of energy is required. So therefore, they have high melting point and high boiling point. Clear? Yes. Now the solubility. So electrovalent compounds or ionic compounds are also known as electrovalent compounds are generally soluble in water and insoluble in solvents such as kerosene, petrol, etc. Or you can say they are insoluble in organic liquid. Organic liquids are kerosene, petrol, alcohol, mobile, like diesel. So they are the like benzene. So these are the organic compounds. So ionic compounds are insoluble in organic compounds, in organic liquids. Okay, but they are soluble. But they are generally soluble in water. Yes, water is an inorganic liquid. Inorganic, and water can dissolve most of the salts, most of the ionic compound salts. It is here now. Therefore, water is also known as universal solvent. Water is also known as universal solvent. Clear? Now about the conduction of electricity. The conduction of electricity through a solution involves the movement of charged particles. It is, yes. If there is a charged particle in the liquid, then only it can conduct electricity. So a solution of ionic compounds in water contains ions, positive ions and negative ions, which move to the opposite electrodes. Okay, positive electrodes or negative electrodes when this electricity is passed through the solution. So ionic compounds in the solid state do not conduct electricity, yes, because they are not in ionic form. At that time it becomes totally the ionic compounds, so they are neutral. It is a neutral in charge, it is here. But when they are dissolved in water, so they become ions once again. It is because movement of ions in the solid is not possible due to their rigid structure. Rigid structure means hard structure. But ionic compounds conduct electricity in molten state. Yes, in the molten state when it becomes molten. Okay, जब वो पिघल जाता है तो it can conduct this electricity. This is possible in the molten state since the electrostatic force of attraction between the positively charged ions are overcome due to the heat. So, okay, thus the ions move freely in and conduct electricity. Yes, so ionic compounds conduct electricity in two states. One in this aqueous form when they are dissolved in water, and secondly in the molten state, because in molten state the force of attraction between the opposite charges are less here now, and less, and they are in this ionic form. They become they once again in molten state they become ionic forms, and therefore they conduct electricity. So okay, so these are all about these ionic compounds and its property tissue now. So look here, ionic compounds are like the salt we have, this sodium chloride salt, isn't it? Have it? Okay, sodium sulfate, potassium sulfate, means salts. Almost all the salts are of this nature, ionic in nature here. So they are the electrovalent compounds. So okay, I hope this video okay will be useful to you, and watch it. Okay, thank you.